What does it mean to be a Villanova soccer player?
To be a Villanova soccer player for me just means everything.
An opportunity to be part of something special.
Within every team, there are stories. Funny stories. Sad stories. Stories of overcoming the odds. Stories of friendship. But rarely do all of these come together to form a story about being perfect. Because perfect is a word people are too often cavalier with throwing around. The perfect person. The perfect play, the perfect game, the perfect season. But then what is perfect? It's not a play, a game, or a season. It's an ideal, a thought, a hope, and if you're lucky, a truth.
You guys are going to be at some of each other's weddings. It's pretty special.
It's finding something pure amongst imperfections. A family from strangers. Teams set out looking to be perfect and never find it because they're looking in the wrong places. They look in the scoreboard, they look in the papers, and they look in the rankings. We were never trying to be perfect because we never tried to be anything more than what we were. We didn't have a perfect record. We didn't have a perfect coach. We didn't have a perfect player. We simply had each other and that long road known as a season. And we found perfect along the way.
It means everything, so, emotionally you put so much into it, you just care so much about it just because it dominates so much of your life, so it means the world.
And then once you get the aspect of like the guys together, that makes it, something real special.
The journey began with 3 days in the pre-dawn darkness and 100-degree heat for 2 weeks straight.
Oh, preseason is hell. It's really hell.
You basically slept, played soccer, slept, played soccer, slept, played soccer, and slept for the night. And did it all again for like 2 weeks.
But beyond making us stronger physically and tactically, it established the beginnings of what would become our defining characteristic.
I think it was real important. Preseason, there's no one really at school. It's just the team.
I feel like that's the best time to become a team, and that's the best way of doing it.
It's a great thing for a team to just get to know each other and become a family.
You feel closer to guys that are going through everything you're going through.
Because if you're going to buy into something as serious as a soccer season, like as demanding time-wise, you need to know the people you're doing it with and trust them and generally like them. So,
coming off the heels of an undefeated preseason schedule, we rolled out to a 9-2 start, the best in the program's history. And fittingly nestled within this run was the program's most monumental victory.
What are some of, the most memorable moments for you this season?
Yeah, obviously Duke.
Preseason favorites to win the national championship. 2 Player of the Year candidates on the same team. 20 NCAA tournament bids. Defending champions of the ACC, arguably the toughest conference in the country. That's what we were headed for when we stepped off the bus at the Philly airport the Thursday before the game. But if that's what ran through any of our heads, you'd have never known.
I love you, Quinny. I've never been man enough to say it, though.
Even while we waited for our flight. And waited. And waited. The mood at the walkthrough before the game could only be described as loose.
Give a coach line again like you're in the bunker.
You have to do the thing in the locker room.
I want us to relax, man. Really. I mean, calm but cautious. But I want you to be able to play. You think you do it. You hear me? You think you do it.
I just felt like we were gonna win. Just when we came out onto the field right before the game, it just like you could just feel it, like about the team. Like everyone, no one was saying anything. No one had to say anything.
I was, expecting them to kind of run all over us. I didn't want that. I didn't play like that. You always go out to play to win, but I was expecting to see a good Duke team come at us.
First minute of the game, I thought it was going to be the longest game of my life. But as the minutes went on, we got our goal, I guess 20 minutes into the game, 25 minutes into the game, and we started to believe. That's the kind of stuff you hope for and dream for, because ever since we've all been playing since we were little. Yeah. It's like 6 years old, so being able to have a 1-0 lead at halftime against the #1 team in the country, you can't ask for anything else.
Remember when Villanova beat Georgetown in the 1985 NCAA basketball championships, and how everyone calls that the greatest upset of all time? That's what this win for our Villanova soccer team was the equivalent to.
Kind of like verified us as a program and put us on the map and made people take us serious.
To go down there and beat the #1 team in the country at their place was unbelievable, and it sent us on such a run.